time of year again, so let's all do Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to start out with these ingredients here. This is just for our brine. We're going to brine our turkey overnight. Got a 12-pound turkey. We're going to go ahead and, before we mix the entire brine up, we're going to put about a quart of our water into a blender. Now we're going to put our salt and our brown sugar in there, and we're going to spin this up on Liquify. The reason we're doing this is to make sure that both of these go into solution before we put them into the brine. Otherwise, they're just going to end up settling to the bottom of our pot. They're not going to do us any good on our turkey. Now, when we got those spun up pretty good, we can go ahead, we'll put our rosemary and thyme sprigs into our pot. Go ahead and throw our oranges in there. We got 2 oranges we sliced up. We want these in like 1/4-inch slices. That way you'll get the most contact and the most flavor out of them. We're going to pour in that mixture that we just did in our blender. And then we're going to pull the rest of that gallon of water into that pot to mix in with that. Okay, now it's time for our turkey. I'm going to go ahead and put this in, breast side up. Then we're going to go ahead and pour the other gallon of water over top of it. Now the reason we're doing this is I want to make sure that this cavity in this turkey gets full. You can see those bubbles coming out. We don't want any air pockets in there. Now once that stops, we can go ahead and turn this turkey over. Now we can put the breast sides down and just go ahead and marinate this. Like I said, we're going to do it overnight. We'll put a lid on it, and I'm going to set it outside with a weight on the lid, and that'll keep it cold. Okay, next morning, take the lid off. We're going to pull our turkey out. What we want to do is we want to get everything off of this turkey and rinse it real good with fresh water. We want to get all that brine off of there. Once we've done that, we're going to take some paper towels and we're going to pat this thing dry inside and out. Okay, we've taken about a 1/2 pound of butter and melted it, and then we've taken the clarified butter off of that without the butter fat in it, and we're going to inject it into these breasts on this turkey and the thighs and the legs. That's going to keep this thing nice and moist, and it's going to make it a self-basting turkey. Once we've done that, time to set it up on our rack. If you don't have one of these racks, you can simply sit this in a pan in a regular rack and cook it. I'm doing it this way because I want to put a beer can underneath of it and cook it like I would a beer can chicken. Alright, now we're going to take a 1/2 stick of butter and we're going to go ahead and rub this thing down on the outside. This butter is slightly softened. And we're just going to rub it all over the skin. That'll give us a nice golden brown crispy skin when we get done. We're going to be cooking this turkey today at 325 degrees. We're going to cook for 20 minutes a pound. Okay, so whatever size turkey you've got, make sure you cook it for 20 minutes a pound. You want an internal temperature in the breast of 165 degrees. Down in the thighs and that, you want it about 180 degrees. We're going to take what's left of that butter and put it in that breast cavity, cover it up with that neck skin, and fold those wingtips back to hold that skin in place. Let's move out to our acorn. First off, we're going to dump a full chimney of charcoal briquettes in this. We want to build a fire that's going to burn down slowly. It's going to have to burn for a long time. We've taken another full chimney, we put them on our gas burner, and we got them lit, and we're going to dump those on top of it. Now we'll put our heat deflector in here. We're not even using the grill, we're just using the heat deflector. And we've set an aluminum foil pan in here. We cut a beer can in half because the whole beer can won't fit under there. And it's full of beer. And we're just going to set our turkey on there. We've got our thermometer and everything out so we can monitor the temperature of both the turkey and the cooker. Now we're going to open that neck skin up one last time, and we're going to take the rest of our thyme and rosemary from those packets you bought, and we're going to stuff it down the hole in the neck so it goes down inside where the beer can is. That's going to flavor this bird great. Once you've done that, pull that neck skin back again and put those wingtips back. Last thing we're going to do is pour a whole can of beer into this aluminum foil roasting pan, and that's going to give us a nice moist skin on the outside. Okay, our pecan pie. Here's the ingredients for your pecan pie. We've mixed all those together. The last thing you put in there is the pecans. Now, watch this carefully. This is all the longer you want to mix this with the pecans in it. If you mix it any longer, you're going to crush them all up. You can even fold them in there with a spatula. Once we've done that, go ahead and scrape our pan down. Make sure the pecans are all coated. And we're going to pour those into a prepared pie crust. If you want to make your own pie crust, knock yourself out. I just don't have the time. All right, that's looking good. Next thing up, sweet potato pie. Here's the ingredients for that one. I'm going to put all these ingredients into our mixer, mix them up good, and again we're going to put it into a prepared graham cracker crust pie. We've preheated our Wood Pro to 350 degrees. We're going to go ahead and sit both our pies inside there. This thing's big enough to hold a whole lot of food. Let's go back, check on our turkey. It's been a couple of hours. It's looking good. Now we've wrapped 2 large sweet potatoes in aluminum foil. We're going to sit those in our Wood Pro. That's going to be one of our side dishes. Okay, our 4 hours is up. We've reached our temps. It's time to pull that turkey. Over on our Wood Pro, it's been an hour and a half. The pies are done, the potatoes are done. While those pies were cooling, the wife went ahead and threw some Brussels sprouts into some bacon bits into a couple of skillets and some stuffing into another one, and we cooked that up on the Wood Pro. There's your Thanksgiving dinner. Looking great. Which one do you guys prefer? You like the pecan pie or the sweet potato pie? I like them both. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.